Attention, attention, attention. This is the Tao Net B of the day. I'm your net controller, Tango Yankee 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. If you're around and would like to check in, you are free to come in right now. This is TO9 YUE. And please be aware that our net is being recorded for training purposes. If you would like to check in, please come now.
TY4 Tango Yankee 4 Limo Echo India.
Something new today, Ekka. What is Ekka? Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, this is the official call out. It is the Tao Net B of the day. This is the Tao Net B of the day. The net is being recorded for training purposes. Anyone want to check in? Please come in with your call sign phonetically. Wow, it is a lay net. I guess we have to start the net. We'll just lay around. Wow. Very quiet day. Even for the net A, we started quiet and eventually the chi will build up. So let's start the net with a more chill opening so that we can give some time for people to check in. Um, this morning we talk about the div things, but before we get into that, let's see how Lei is doing today. Do you actually have much sleep? It seems like last night Wing arrived very late, and then you also got up. And then how is it going? Like, how are you today? Checking up on your condition. Okay, the mic is yours. Tango Yankee 4, Lima Echo India.
Uh yes, John. Yeah. Um uh, Today I seems like when I'm driving home, I got really sleepy. I can barely keep my eyes open. But then when I got home, did a little bit of washing dish, and then yeah, I ate something and I took a nap, and I just woke up not too long ago. TY Tango Yankee 4 Lima Echo India.
It seems like you are nowhere near recovered. So last night, how many hours of sleep do you get? Because Wing arrived like 12 something, I believe. Is it like that? So yeah, how many hours do you sleep? Back to you.
Yeah, I can't exactly remember, but I did doze off, and then when she arrived, I woke up, and then I dozed off again. So it's not too bad, I think. But yeah, but me with driving home, like all sleepy, like usually after work, like I'm usually sleepy after work for some reason, even on normal days. But Days like this is kind of a bit heavier. TY for LEI.
Well, because you don't eat well before, that's why. But now it's like not just eating problem. Now it's you're actually not sleeping enough these days. Well, let's see. I don't know how many days there will still be until things get to normal. Because you know, if she suddenly run to you again, it will be another challenge. Kind of hard, huh? So yeah, maybe did you talk to her about what is going on in the house? Like she said she was seeing things on the couch and all that. Did you get to talk to her about it? Back to you.
Uh, yeah. It seems like um, before she was talking about like how she believe like like how the haunted houses, like how chairs move and stuff like that. Like she used to go to this college thing, and the college was haunted, and things were moving around, and she was hearing chair banging and stuff like that. And there was this one time she said like her and the ex gang, they were on a Skype call, and then she heard the chair bang or move by itself, and then the ex gang said she saw like the chair move, but then when she looked around, the chair didn't move. Like it went back to its normal position. And so I'm like, did you really actually see the chair move, or you just heard the noise? But she said the chair moved. I heard it move, but I didn't see it. But X Gang said he heard it. So I'm like, I don't really believe it really moved. So yeah, but then it led to the house thing. After like a couple of days later, like I think then she told me like she was hearing knocking stuff like that. She heard like it's like this noise right here, like that. Um, and then the she was hearing thumps and all type of stuff, and she was freaking out. And then she saw that guy in the couch, stuff like that. uh, and then it relate back to where she was like well, the ex-husband heard the noise as well, like the same type of noise and thing moving around, and he was freaking out. But she never heard a thing while she was with him. But now the ex-husband is gone. She's hearing all type of stuff and seeing all type of stuff, just like the ex-husband. But she wasn't. So I'm like, I don't think none of that was physical. Like all that was in D6. Like you heard all that noise and stuff. So I don't really believe like actual things moving. I think it's more like the EGOT's making you see all that. TY4OEI.
Yeah, I was talking about this issue at the end of the net this morning. So what actually happened? Well, you're right because the Yi crab cannot really move the D8. So anything people say, oh, chairs moving, books flying. Never mind. It's not Yi crab. But what happened? Like she saw the guy on the couch and all that. It's not the actual Yi god. Like anything she's seeing is not the actual Yi. Like the shadows, things flying in the air, things like that. Anything that she's sensing is not the actual Yi. So what's going on is that place. Well, there's ghosts and there's Yi gods, and these things are in the D6 layer, so they don't see your couch. So it's like if you say, "Oh, I'm seeing someone sitting on the couch," it makes no sense because they can't even see the couch. How can they be there, right? So that thing is not the Ye God, not the ghost. So what is happening is actually her own energy body is glitching. Okay, so it's like her own heart and the soul is glitching. It's like um, when people are on drug, right? They damage their energy body, and the energy body start leaking. So that's basically why you start to see these kind of things. And what is going on is your energy body is like ringing the alarm. It's trying to tell you that there's something dangerous here and you better get the hell out of here. So it's trying to create something for you to see, right? So it's like the shadows or the guy or whatever, right? The energy body is actually creating those um like senses for you as a way to alert you to tell you to get out. So that's not the ye god. If you go there at the location and you want to like see the ye gods, you can't just like see it by walking around. You have to go there and then you close your eyes and enter the D6, and soon the Yiga will show up. Like it could be somewhere higher, like I mean, like distant wise, it could be like somewhere higher than the house, looking downward like that, and they're like somewhere parked somewhere, but it's not exactly where the house or the couch is. So the Yiga could be like around that area, like pretty much around, like around the neighborhood, that kind of around, and it's not really in the house because they don't see the house. The house is D8, so everything is like her own energy body is glitching and telling her signs. So yeah, back to you.
Yes, I done. Have that glitching experience before. Um, it's way back in the TY era, before I even ordained at all, or we met. I experienced.
You got cut off.
Okay, yeah. Before I experienced that same type of glitching, and it's like I would see the door like slam open and lots of knocking, and I was looking at like the napkin and the paper bag, and I would see it jump up and down by itself, like right in front of me, but then nobody else around me like see anything, and then I would see like light coming out of the door, like, and then like smoke and light and stuff like that. It comes out the door and it's slamming and knocking, and then at night you'll be hearing a lot of stuff like like that type of noise in the ear. um yeah, it was pretty freaky. uh but then it's more like it doesn't matter where I go. Like I can go to like my ex-cousin house to hide away from the e-crap. It's still there. I will still experience all of that. And then if I go back to the house I live, yeah, it gets even worse. So yeah, that was my experience back then. Um, Kind of related to that. And then yeah, it's like I would experience all this and see all this, but none of this like really happened in D8. Like it feels like everything's all in my head. TY4OEI.
Yeah, like you say, things can follow you because it's actually a you problem. Especially you look at when she just got like the heartbroken issue and it's still not healed, right? So the heart is actually very weak and fragile. So when the heart is so weak, it is very easy to glitch, right? Like the system is just like kind of, you just kind of repaired it and patch it a bit, and it's still very fragile. So when you go into that environment where the crap is, then it's like going, ticking off all the sensors, and you're ultra sensitive. Back then, when she was with that guy was there, and she don't sense that much because, well, you see, back then she don't realize she was having another issue, which is the self-numbing issue. Like she kind of like get into a state where like she don't even really care if she love or not. Like it's she just numb herself, like make up excuses and just blame it on herself and think that it will be okay. Like you're stuck here, you have to accept it, and so she kind of like force herself to accept whatever thing without actually caring about the feeling. So it's like at first, maybe like naturally as a person, you should like, oh, feel I want to be loved, I want to be cared. If I don't get the care and love, I will feel sad, right? That's like normal. But eventually, up to a point, you kind of like have this issue where like you try and you know it's not going to happen. Then you kind of like lie to yourself and numb your heart and tell your heart that, nah, I'm not going to get it. So whatever, it doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. And you just like convince yourself that, myself doesn't matter. I'm just going to shut down. So basically, that's what happened to her. And when that happened, you don't feel shit because you lost your feeling. Basically, you lost your feeling. So now, after that period with you, the feeling comes back, and she's finally like a person again, right? So you have feelings again, and you start to feel shit, including the bad stuff. Back to you.
Yeah, that explains why. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. This guy been experienced all that knocking and weird shit and he been freaking out for the past 6 years and stuff like that, and he's over there scared and like freaked out and spooked out, but you don't it's like you're all calm and don't feel none of that. Like and now the guy's gone, and now you feel all that. Like, damn, what happened? Like, why didn't you feel it before? Like all that EGOT and all that creepy stuff. Yeah, it makes sense now. I guess for me, when I got attacked myself, I kind of went into that mode myself. More like, okay, I'm getting attacked, but then there's nothing I can do about it. Like it was like back then where there's like no magic or nothing like at the back. So yeah, I kind of went in that mode too, and then I get hit, and then I keep on going sleep paralysis mode and keep getting punched in the stomach at night. But then I just lay still and kind of like, and then I was feeling all cold as well. But then it's like, well, what can I do? And then it's like I thought I was gonna die too. It's like shit, like what can I really do? Like nothing I can do, so I'm just gonna close my eyes and lay there all night. And yeah, that was me back then too. And then eventually I went online and I searched and stuff like that and tried different things and yeah, that was quite scary too. Like kind of like that accepting, like you getting bullied and just kind of accepting it. That was yeah, pretty scary. TY for AI.
Yeah, the it's kind of like in D8 where people are born in a family that bullies them and physically abuse them. And as a child, you can't really do anything, though. You just have to like accept what's going on and kind of like that. And you will have mental illness from that. It's not avoidable. And also, I heard Wings that the cat would go crazy in the house. I talked about this before, when you have pets, like why some people will say out of the blue, my dog just like wake up in the middle of the night and chew my hand off, things like that. Or maybe the cat just go crazy and, jump around and break everything. Hey, you come back and the whole sofa is like ripped apart. Yeah. That kind of thing can happen with pets. And yeah, the pets are like that, but they're not glitching. They are more like the Yi actually possessed them. So the Yi went in, like they actually penetrated and went in. And when the Yi went inside the animals will go like, the opposite of a pet, which is a very destructive, especially the big ones like a dog. It will be very scary. They would chew chew off your arm. So she is lucky that those are only cats. I have heard a story where the dog actually like bite into the owner's hand. That CTX family had a case of the dog, and it was that time the dog was like being attacked, uh, while like magic attack coming in. It was like near the end already, so their magic really sucks because they're like really ewing. And well, what can I do? I mean, like you ew, your magic's not gonna work. So they see the dog go into like first the dog is like acting weird, like isolating himself, and then the dog will like go into Caesar mode, and then like after a while it will like pee itself, and then just like stung out, and then after that, well, the dog can like go bite you, and that kid, the son, got bitten in the hand. There was like two holes right there. Pretty scary, huh? So yeah, I remember during that time, like because the kid was bitten, and they actually took the Tiberius, the paintball gun, and shot at the dog, and the dog was like, "I don't care, I don't care, I'm just fighting on it, and it's not letting go." So eventually, it was me that so travel over and fix the problem, and then the dog is like back to normal again. So it was quite wild. I remember it was on Zoom too, though I saw them shot him, like two shots of rubber bullet. And the dog is like, I don't care. I'm biting it. Scary. Okay, back to you.
Uh, yes, John. Yeah. Speaking of that, like, it seems like the cats these days, yeah, they're a lot calmer now. But the first couple of days, I feel like one of the cats, they're not like in harmony with the other two. Like, I think the two, they like sometimes you see them like hanging out with each other, eating with each other, but the other one, um, like it seems like isolating itself from the other two. Like each time like they get too close, that one will growl, and yeah, I've been noticing that, and yeah, that one haven't like really warm up to the other two cats. Um, I try to kind of like shove that cat in together when I can. But then it seems also like when I was looking at pictures and stuff like that, um, I see like that cat was more on the 8K side. Like I see a lot of pictures with him and that cat, but then the other two is not so much. So I was kind of wondering, could that cat like be like I don't know, have more of that energy or in that one, so it's a little bit more misaligned or less harmonized compared to the other two, TY4 LEI.
Yeah, I remember that too. That one cat, it's more close to him. Well, yeah, energy wise, of course, because of the soul energy injected to them. So what you can do is cleanse and neutralize, and also put in some God of Harmony stuff into them and blend them back in. It's really like water, you blend in too much 8K liquid, and then eventually the cat become more like inclined toward that kind of stuff. Then of course it doesn't match with the other two. So cleansing will work. You will eventually get them fixed. Don't worry. Do magic on the food and the water, like all the time. And when they start like drinking all the magic water, cleansing inside out, it will change. That is for sure. But yeah, at least they're not acting like crazy, suddenly flipping the house over, that kind of thing, right? Then it's good. Um, that will only happen when there's like too much yi around, and like in the house, right? That house, then that will happen because all the yi is possessing them in and out, and they're kind of like going in, going out, going in, going out, and the cat will go crazy like that. So they will jump around and destroy things to vent that yip out, and it's wild. So anyway, since we have been talking quite a bit, let's see if anyone is here to join. Anyone want to check in? Please come in with your call sign. A.
Tango Yankee TY4 Sierra Hotel Golf 046G.
Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf.
Okay, I got two. Anyone else coming in? Okay, let's go. Tango Yankee 4 Sierra Hotel Golf.
I I I slept in and I've got 10 minutes to get ready for work and I'm running late, so I'm jumping in the shower now and I I'm not sure what you guys have been talking about. Sorry. As my phone was turning on, because my phone was turned off. As my phone was turning on, I was looking on the uh the link that you provided for the earlier session to get going. And then when it goes to the forum, it it always has a oops, it can't seem to connect link, and doesn't go straight to the link unless you're already signed in. It seems to be. Um, Also, I just want to say how cool I've been enjoying the music, and I'm going to play it when I'm on my way into work today. So that's going to be a good playlist. It's better than listening to the radio. So yeah, thanks for that. All the work that you put into that, and all the work AI has put into that. Do you have a name for your AI, by the way, that you use? I guess there isn't one for that's a separate one with the music. Anyway, back to you. 204 SHG.
Oh yeah, while you're driving, you can listen to the new songs. Really cool, huh? Yeah, the forum. Usually the browser would save my login, so whenever I go in, if it's like the same device, it should be fine. You can tell it to remember you. That might help. Yeah, we were talking about Wing's case with the ghost encounter and all that, and talking about what it really was. So, leading to like the pet. When there's Yi, the pet will go crazy and stuff like that. So, yeah. Well, you can always keep listening if you're around. And I'll call you again if you're not here, then I'll just skip. Tango Yankee 2, Delta November Golf.
Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf. Yeah, change one. It's a very interesting topic today about ghosts and also I listened that earlier that the cat being possessed, or the dog being possessed, right, by the hand, the question is, my question is, can the ghost also possess people? Because I think it's like if you are influenced, yeah, of course, right? People can thinking bad and then doing crazy stuff. It's like influence, right? How about the possess and take over? You know, don't recognize himself. You know, it's pretty scary stuff, right? If things like that happen. So back to you, Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf.
Okay, before I start, anyone want to check in? Anyone want to check in? Okay, we'll continue. Um, Yeah, possession. What's more scary is not the full possession. Like when the cat or the dog they get possessed, they go like into an other mode, like they're not themselves, and then they just act crazy. That is obvious. What's scary is the possession that kind of like slowly blend into you. So imagine that AK from Wingside in the past. That AK get possessed a lot, from what I know. And it's not like I gotta go. So not like that kind of possession. The possession is slow and subtle. So what happened is whenever he get that kind of possession, he still know he's himself, but the feeling and the way how his mental state is like affected. So maybe like suddenly you have like a very frustrated feeling, very easy to get annoyed, and then suddenly your thinking is like weird, and you'll get very sexual or angry, things like that. I know that, like from last night, I was checking. There was a thing that follows him in the house, and that thing is a thing that will like stir up people to get very mad in a way, mad and sexual, like combined. So if they don't get it, they get mad, they get like angry and that kind of thing. Um, and that thing is like going in and out of him from time to time. So not sure how that actually plays out with Wing around, but definitely that thing is like a looter, looting with the sexual part. So whenever he gets to do it, it will like loot the other side like crazy and sucking up everything. And then afterward, that AK will get like trained as well. And then after that, he get angry again. It's like always between the two sides, angry, sexual, angry, kind of like that. And you don't really feel that you're not yourself. It just blend into you so well. That's the scary part. So you still feel like you're yourself. So that's the more scary kind of possession, which we call semi-possession. It's not as obvious, and it blends in so well to yourself, and you think that is actually yourself, but it's not. Tango Yankee 4 Lima Echo India.
Tango Yankee 4 Limo Echo India. Um, yes, I done. Yeah, from what I heard, like the AK, like he's not really that sexual like he just spends like 5 minutes and for a cuddle and that's it. But then from what I understand, like he gets mad and stuff, uh, and he spends like all his time in the basement. Um, and yesterday it's kind of like she said like she never wants to go down in that basement ever. Like it feels, I don't know, like scary in a way. It kind of like something's not right down there. Like that's what it kind of feels like. About the possession thing. I think I actually seen a full blown possession before, and that was like my ex mother. And then she was like talking like she was a little kid, and when she was laughing like a witch, she was like like that. And that shit, that was pretty freaky out. She made me like kneel down and pray to her, and doing all sorts of like hand signs and magic or whatever she was trying to do. And yeah, it. And then when she snapped out of it, she said like she don't recall what happened. Like I asked her like, well, do you remember what you just did? You like it was just a couple minutes, like the whole night. Like what do you remember? And she's like, what are you talking about? I don't remember none of it. And yeah, that was the freakiest moment I had when it comes to possession. And yeah, well, yeah, that's something that's the reason why I toss away her passport. I'm like, hell no, she ain't coming back to my house. I ain't, she ain't like, I'm not living with her by myself. Like if that stuff will happen again, I'm gonna go crazy. I'll be spooked out and all paranoid. So that led me to like just throw away her passport so she can't come back. TY4LEI.
Well, the guy is not sexual in the house. Who knows what happened when he is not in the house? Okay, properly, the guy is done outside. You never know. So, well, we don't need to know. Yeah, your ex mom is crazy shit. Um, well, I was lucky enough to not have to witness that kind of thing with an adult, but with kids. Back then, they were like kids going through that kind of stuff inside the temple in front of us, and it feels so bad, like doing magic to them because it feels like you're kind of like harassing them in a bit, and they can't really do anything. But eventually, we fixed the problem. Uh, yeah, it was that Muslim family. Okay, let's see if Sung is around now. GY4SXG, Tango Yankee 4 Sierra Hotel Golf.
Yeah, that story by Lei Hyong is interesting. It made me wonder about whether it's some kind of, or maybe it made me wonder what your opinion is about the concept of, like, split personalities, or how people say that they've got like multiple personality disorder, that they call it, where someone can have like 5 different personalities that they can flip into, and they're like a completely self-enclosed, I don't know, would it be an energy body or like persona that they have, and each one is separate from the other? Could that be possession, or is possession a form of some kind of weird kind of energy body split with the soul going on? Um, yeah, I just was wondering about that when as Lay was talking. 204 SHG.
That is G crap. That is G crap possession. Your energy body don't split up. It's one energy body. So for sure it's G crap. But usually, these things, it's not like you just fix the guy and it's done, because usually it's related to a lot of more more like bigger problems. For example, like your whole family is in this religion that fucked you up, and in order to fix it, you need to get out of the religion and fight the ye gods. There's like much more than just exorcism on the guy once. So, like, if you need to fix this guy, you need to fix the whole family, because it's like the whole family is doing something that welcomes the stuff in. So you can't just fix the guy and not fix the other one. While, like, maybe it seems like only this guy have the problem, but the other people are actually all involved. So this is the complicated part. You can't just like, oh, it's only him in the family that have issue. We're fine. No, you're not. Okay. It's, it's just that the ye crab didn't choose you to manifest their stuff. So yeah, it's very hard to deal with case, because it's not like most people don't really understand. The whole case is not just about the guy who's going crazy. It's the whole family at the back that is actually the problem. So yeah, that's a big thing. Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf.
Yeah, Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf. Yeah, it's John. I think I got a case too, in my home right now, It's my brother-in-law live with me, right? And then I know it's kind of like something off, from the beginning. His personality is so weird. I know he kind of like go to the, he say he's a JC kind of type right now, but he never go to the church, the first one. The second one, he never go out from his room, like like go from work, like boom, like stay in the room. It's no socialize at all, no friends, no nothing, right? And then the man, he's like selfish, and he don't give a shit even to her own sister, right? He just if he needs something, he just wanna people to help him. He just go outside, but you know, if he don't need anything, he will not even talk to you. Like I thought it's kind of like a weird, or that's why it probably if it's gonna be a new project for me, a new mission. Like if he like influenced by the e-crab or something, I might gonna practice this magic, maybe to capture the E or the ghost or to torment, I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of a new mission, I learned magic, so why not using it, back to you. Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf.
Ah. um. Well, the strategy is wrong. Uh, you're thinking too much of being a hero. There are people who are not worth saving. So mind your own business and get your own people on the same boat. Those who are not worth saving, let them be, or you'll be just wasting all that energy for nothing. Some people, you see they are like a victim, but they actually deserve to be a victim because they really gave in themselves and they don't really want to get out of it. Some people are like that. Lay's ex-mother is a case. Okay, so that thing comes in when evil comes in. There's a bottom line. Like it's not like you just stand there and there's no choice. You just gotta give in. No, there's a bottom line. Like if you okay, you are not the kind of people who will, let's say, no matter what, I'm not going to smoke. I'm not going to like do cigarettes, smoke weed, that kind of thing. Like I really hate it. Okay, no matter what, I'm not doing it. If the evil want to make me do it, I will have that struggle and I won't do it. Like I have a choice, I won't do it. Okay, the evil cannot make me do it unless I gave in and say, yeah, that will be kind of cool. And I use that evil as an excuse and like kind of go by it, go with it, and thought, okay, I'm just being controlled. It's fine, like that. So you got to give in first in order to do all that. And it's like if the evil want to turn you into a rapist, you yourself in the heart got to have that part inside. Like you want to do it. It's just that you're scared. When the evil is here, it amplifies everything and kind of gives you that push. And now you don't feel scared. You feel like there's like an excuse, and then you give in. So evil possession doesn't mean you don't have control. You still can fight and do things that is like up to whatever. Like I want to reject these. I'm not doing these. You can reject. Okay, no matter how strong that thing is, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Right? Evil crap cannot really just control you. You have a choice. So yeah, there are people who are really not worth saving. Um, so it's better to give up and kick their ass away than trying so hard and waste your time. Um, and also, like another point is, you can't even get your own wife on board. So what can you do with just yourself? It's stupid. Don't think too far. Tango Yankee 4, Lima Echo India.
Tango Yankee 4, Lima Echo India. Uh, yes, John. Yeah, that kind of make sense. Uh, yeah, I was listening, but I kind of zoned out again a little bit, so I kind of missed what was he saying because the cat was on me and stuff like this. I kind of yeah, I kind of zoned out a little bit.
No worry, I made a point that relates to you. I said when evils are trying to control or take over, there is a bottom line. If you are the type, like if you're me, I don't like and I will not smoke or do any kind of like smoke weed, smoke cigarette, that kind of thing, right? If the evil possess me, they want to make me smoke, I won't do it because that's like something inside me that I really will not do, right? So it's kind of like you. The evil make you want to suicide, tell you to stop breathing, and you're like, no, it's too cold, and then you kind of quit, right? So there is a choice. Whenever, like, no matter how strong that evil is, when it's trying to take over you, there's a choice. And usually, if the evil is trying to make you do something like you need to rape people, right? You yourself inside got to be bad and have that part of you which like you really want to do it but you're kind of scared when the evil crab attacks and it amplifies everything and makes you do it. You're like, oh yeah, might as well. And then you will do it because you are bad first. So you can't blame everything on the evil. Sometimes people act like that. It's not all the evil's fault. You yourself gotta be the one that is fucked up first, and then the evil just amplified everything. So just like your case with your attack before, when you're like, the evil lead you to suicide, and you actually can't do it. Okay, TY for LEI.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Yes, yeah. When I first over the first time it happened, yeah, the evil crap was like, yeah, I need you to hold your breath, and then I hold my breath like, okay, I'm tired. I can't hold it anymore. And then it's like I went in a ditch and it was cold, and evil was like, just let go, close your eyes. But then I'm like trembling, like then I like get up. I like, nope, it's too cold. I can't do it. I gotta go home. I gotta get somewhere warm. And yeah, I kind of it didn't work on me because yeah, like it was pretty uncomfortable. Um, yeah, and the yeah, it makes sense now. Like makes sense how like serial killers like they have a lot of like between normal person and serial killer. Like it was like someone like me and the evil crab tell me like I need to kill somebody like while they're sleeping in the middle of the night. Let's say they're next to me, yeah, and then they cuddle, and then I choke them with a pillow. And yeah, I don't think that stuff would work on me because there's like certain boundaries. Um, yeah, but when it comes to like serial killer, like I guess like before, like they squeeze like a lot of them like they would squeeze and hug the cat, and then eventually they hug it too tight and the cat dies, and yeah, like animal killing, like it leads up to that point where like they're already like as a childhood they got these kind of experience, and then when the E kicks in and it led them to kill their like partner and stuff or overnight, and that's quite scary. I'd be hearing that in like a lot of these podcasts, especially this podcast called Serial Killer, and and it's like their background childhood and, with all these things, and it led up to that point, and yeah. TY for LEI.
Yeah, so people who are affected by Yi, kind of like your ex-mother, I was saying, you don't really have to feel much for them because if they aren't really like that and they don't have a problem themselves, the Yi kicks in. You have things that you won't do, and you won't do it. It's not like that powerful. So yeah, we gotta remember that there are people around us that are worth saving, because they really don't want to be like that, and then they're being affected. But there are people who are like they deserve to just fuck up. To let them be, right? Get out of them, like strip them out of your life. It's a very wise decision. Don't try to save everyone. Instead, look at yourself. If you can't even save yourself, or maybe you and your wife, or you and your husband, you can't even save you two, you got a big problem in life, like then you don't have the quota to help others. Um, so yeah, it's very realistic, like you need to know that we can't save everyone. Even with the Sound Law magic here, right? Like first you need to be able to save yourself, and then you need to save the one that is like most closest to you, like your wife or husband or your kids, right? When you can do that, then you think about others. But if you really can't do it yet, it's too much, focus back on yourself. Tango Yankee 4 Sierra Hotel.
Yes, Adrian. I'm in my car now. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's interesting how what you're saying is basically like ECRAP can't make a person do something that they kind of didn't already have the seed of to do inside themselves, and it kind of it might flare that up somehow to be bigger and more influential, but then it's still there, it's already there inside them, and they already kind of want to do it, but they're holding back. So maybe ECRAP kind of it breaks down the I don't know, the whatever we use inside ourselves to hold ourselves back from doing certain things, and the I don't know what the word in our lineage is for that kind of thing. Like I guess it's a sense of what's right. Makes a big, plays an important role there. But in some people, that sense of what's right isn't really very clear, maybe, and that allows the ECRAP to tip them over the edge quite easily because there's no clear fence there. It's just what I was thinking as we were talking about it. TO4 SSG.
Yeah, those mediums, like the possession mediums, especially those from the Taiwan and stuff, uh, like pretty much all of them, they start like they want to be possessed. They want to become like that. And then when the ye crap hits, you just kind of like go with the flow, and then you let them take over. But hey, if you don't believe, you don't like if you're like you're like a Christian or something, you don't believe this shit, and you're like, I don't care, and you go there and they try to possess you, it's not going to work. Because the thing is like, I don't care, I don't believe you. I'm going to kick your ass. Then it's not going to work on you. Um, if you like go to the guy that claimed to be whatever God, they're like, oh, I'm a God. I'm here to save people, and I possess this person. Yeah, pull a gun or a knife at him and see what happens. Immediately they wake up. So it's very realistic. You pull out the guns, and they will return to normal again instantly. Yeah, a lot of those mediums are like that. They could, I mean, when they let the ye crab take over and it actually took over, they could be doing something very abnormal. But the thing is, they got to be the one that welcomes them in and allows it first. And so, if you allows it, then of course the thing can take over you and do many weird things. So if you want to stay safe, always say no to the ye crab and don't believe them, then they can really slip in. Okay, TY2 DNG, Tango Yankee 2, Delta November Golf.
Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf. Yeah, Chachuan. I think that's right. It's some people is not worth to save. Just let it be. That's what I told my wife. Said, I just she's just the one. When she's close talk to him, like he just feel dizzy and then want to throw up. It's happened so many times already. So I'll do the body seal on her, and then it things getting better. I just wanna, yeah, you just protect ourselves. That's it, and the people who close to us, and yeah, eventually later on maybe he gonna move. I think he planning to get married next year, so he gonna move. So that's good for me. I pray about it. So yeah, the one like possession like in the Taiwan and some of the things, I think it's I don't know. It's some. I think most of the time it's imposter like a lie, but some of them like how about if they like piercing all the body, and sometimes like they do the stem with the blood from their tongue, they cut the tongue and then they stamp it like that, like so scary. But yeah, is that like really possessed or Yeah, back to you. TY Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf.
Uh, from my like from things I heard from the society out there, well, two possibilities. One is that they do have the drug being used in those events, so it numbs the pain and everything. But it's always in disguise. The drug is put into, like, let's say, the alcohol they drink and things like that. Especially those people who pretend to be the 斋公, right? They have like the alcohol or the liquor. So that's one thing. And other thing is, if ye gods really possess you, and take over, right? You will lose control over your body after they fully possess, and you don't feel anything. Like what you're feeling is like it's like imagine you're like sitting on a chair on your computer, right? And suddenly you shift and you see yourself kind of like move out, and then you're like at the back looking at your body at the computer, like playing games, suddenly third person perspective. So the ye god took over your body and start using it. The ye gods don't have pain. Ye gods are like in that form of life. They don't have any physical feeling. Like they don't taste anything with the tongue. They don't have pain. They don't have any kind of like physical feeling. So it's like, yeah, it's your body, not mine. Who cares? And that's why they can do all kinds of stuff that is like usually as a human you won't do it, but they will do it because they don't feel anything. And then later, when you go back in, oh my goodness. So when you're like sleeping, right, that night, or everything is done, now the shit kicked in. So yeah, but no one talks about it because you're not supposed to complain, right? That's a God in your body. You're not supposed to complain. You should be happy. That's well, you grow up like that. People brainwash you and all the kind of like peer pressure. You want to look good. You don't want to lose face. You should not complain about that kind of pain. It's nothing. It's nothing, right? So there you go. Okay. Tango Yankee 4, Lima Echo India.
Tango Yankee for Limo Echo India. Uh, yes, Ajahn. Yeah. I seen something like that before. So it's like the God over there don't really care about your body at all. So if they possess you, and you're doing all this crazy stuff, that's damage and pain inflicting on you. So do they really like the person being possessed? Do they just endure the pain, or is it like more like they just don't feel it until much later? That's what I'm wondering. Ty for LEI.
Well, you're out of your body in a dream state. You don't feel anything. So no pain will be there until you go back. And then you're like, oh, I wake up again. And after a while, the pain kicks in. So it is bad. But usually, if you're like in a team, they have experience and they will have a medication ready, things like that. But yeah, you see those parades where they're like, poking all that stuff through their face and all the crazy shit, right? Um, so yeah, those, well, you feel that later. But also, in the society, it's about the face. So you don't want to lose face, then you got to do what other people do and pretend nothing happened. There you go. Tango Yankee 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Yes, Sidran. I was also thinking, I mean, I've seen a lot of those videos of the people in Asia where they have their big, I don't know, God festivals and they go and put, 20 bits of metal through different parts of their body and do crazy stuff like that. So, yeah, I've definitely seen what you're talking about there. It's crazy shit. Um, I was also thinking of, have you ever seen like stage hypnotists where they'll get like I don't know 20 people to go up on the stage, and then they will work out with a few questions they'll get everyone to do things, and then some people they can tell which ones aren't suggestible, so they'll take off you know 5 here, and then they'll do another activity, and then that'll show that these ones aren't suggestible, so they'll take them off, leaving like 5 left up on the stage who are very very easily suggestible, and then these people just will walk around like a chicken, or they'll eat an onion as if it's like an apple, and they'll think it because they were told it's an apple, they'll believe it's an apple and they'll eat it, and they think it tastes fantastic until they're told afterwards that it's actually an onion, and then they suddenly it's disgusting, and stuff like um, what's another where they forget what their name is. Whenever they're about to ask what their name is, they forget it until they're told to remember it again. I'm just wondering whether eCrap has a similar kind of thing where those people who are more easily suggestible to their influence are, kind of easy to manipulate more than maybe others who have more resistance to it. Just an idea. 204 SO Street.
Not sure what you're talking about. I have not seen that. But Yeecrap couldn't really do that. Like I said, the Yeecrap kicks in, you still have yourself unless you surrender. So don't see that is really possible. But what I thought of is there is something more D8 that is involved because recently I have seen some videos talking about the crimes in China, and they said there are like some drug that is like a water, just pure liquid, transparent, no taste, and they just need to kind of like put it into the water, and it can be used to like you can like make someone pass out, and then somehow you can control them to do anything you want, and then after they wake up they forget about all that stuff, like you lost the memory, you couldn't remember anything, it's like nothing happened. And a lot of people are raped and doing other weird stuff while they are in the drugged mode, and this is purely DA power. So, for that kind of thing, maybe some kind of DA stuff is involved, but we don't know because we're not inside that circle. And then there's also a variation. They kind of put that kind of drug in a powder form and it put into a book or scene or something. And then what happened is this guy will take the thing like a magazine or brochure. They walk up to you, and this guy is like he is wearing a mask. It looks like so normal, and then he'll like show you the paper and say, "Do you know where this is?" And then you kind of talk to him, right? That thing is just like in front of you, and those powders are already like going in. And then after the guy is done asking the question, he walk away, and then there's the second group that will go up and like, "Oh, are you okay?" and then you basically will be led to walk toward the third group, and the third group is the one that will actually kidnap you. And then after you're done everything, you wake up, there's no memory. You forgot everything. So this is no magic. This is purely chemistry. Right? It's just a D8 thing, and it can do so much. So if things like what you said happen, maybe someone is using these kind of stuff. Tango Yankee 2, Delta November Golf.
Yankee Tango 2, Delta November Golf. Yeah, Chajan. It's happened actually to my mom. My mom got kidnapped last time. It's happened like this. It's somebody snapped her shoulder and then she forgot everything and then they took her to their car, right? And then asking about all the bank account and all that kind of thing, It's I think that's correct. It's a D8, It's a involvement. I think it's but it's luckily uh, I don't know what happened, but she don't want to give her uh, account number. So after a couple hour running around in the street, and then they drop my mom somewhere. And then after that, she's like, okay, she realizing again what's going on. Oh my God. So something like that. I think it's just a lot of criminal, especially in Asian, do like this kind of thing. I don't know if you ever heard about this. Back to you, Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Go.
Yes, the take all your bank account info. Very common. Back then, during the 90s, they have that kind of stuff too. And it was it was very famous with the Indian doing this scam, and they will trick people to go to the ATM and cash out all the money like that. It's pretty scary. So yeah, we talk about magic, evil, right? But if you think about it, there's like this kind of D8 stuff that is actually doing a lot of these kind of thing, and it's way more scary. So a lot of the mediums or even like magic sorcerers and things like that, they would blend in these kind of drugs. And so there's a lot of things that are not so explainable with just magic because you're missing out what they're using in D8. And that's something we can't help. It's a D8 issue. It's like you ate something wrong, you get food poison. The magic can't really fix it because it's a D8 issue. But yeah, that is very scary. So how to avoid yourself being a victim? Well, if you're ordained and you're like cultivating your yun17 and all that, then of course you will have less chance of being a victim because your yun17 will guide you away from all these dangers. Anyway, it is now 5:37 p.m. It is time to end the net, giving you all a 73, and we have a net later at 8:30 tonight. So see you then. Otherwise, we'll see you back online. This is Tango Yankee 9 Yankee Uniform Echo. We'll be clear, clear.
Tango Yankee 4 Lima Echo India. Clear.